So he's going to take first pitch for a ball. Theodore got on base in all but just one of his at-bats in this first game. Having a great start in conference play as well, as he'll watch the 2-0 pitch in for a strike. That one skied out towards the gap in right center. It's going back, and it's just off the bottom of the wall. That wind carrying out towards the outfield almost took it over the fence for Theodore, but he'll settle for a double instead.
Number 40, shortstop, Braden Trissel.
Next up for the Gorlocks, Braden Trissel.
It's nearly deja vu of the first game. Theodore with a leadoff triple in game one, and hit it to the exact same spot, but a nice throw by Carney in. Held him up to 2. You see, he had a full head of steam, but strong throw keeps him at 2.
Trissel flashes bunt. But the pitch is going to be outside. Now the Beavers know the game plan here. Such a dangerous threat like Theodore on base. You almost just got to go for it. The 0-1 from Sarver. Flashes it again. Right in front of Sarver. Throw over to first. Not in time, and it's going to get away. Theodore in to score. Trissel with a wide turn to go 2. And it's an early run for the Gorlocks on the error.
Now batting, number 9, Adam Mosier.
It's the second bunt single of the day, and there's absolutely nothing they could have done with that one either. Obviously, in hindsight, should have held it, but the spin on that ball going away from all the fielders.
Yeah, Brett Lander was the one covering first there on that one. And another bunt, this time from Mosier, but this one will trickle foul. The throw from Sarver just over the glove of Lander. And now another runner in scoring position for recently one of the most dangerous hitters for the Gorlocks, and Adam Mosier. Had a fantastic series against MUW, including a 3-homer day. Now an 0-2 count after the second bunt attempt from Mosier. The pitch inside, throw down, not in time to get Trissel, but a good job there by Royce Kanji to block the ball from going into the outfield and potentially saving a run from coming in. Sarver coming into this game, the leader in the SLIAC in ERA. 2.43. And that one's going to get away from Diego Perez, but a good block will keep it within range. Sarver looking to retire his first Gorlock, the 2-2. Inside hits Mosier. Hit him square on the number. And that's going to bring up Dalton Groves.
Now batting, number 13, Dalton Groves.
Groves caught in game one. Now the designated hitter for game two, switching places with Nick Wroblewski, is having himself a fantastic senior season. Left side playing in on Groves. And they're going to show right away that they're going for bunt. Pulled back, but a good block. Sarver with a little bit of control issues here in this first inning so far. Lots of balls in the dirt, making Perez work. Groves once again shows bunt, the 1-0. Pulls it back in called ball 2. A 2-0 count from Groves. Big swing from him, but it's going to head foul.
Yeah, Sarver in conference play, 14 1/3. He's given up 11 free passes to first via walk. Obviously, you can't give these Gorloks hitters an inch because they'll take a mile.
That's lined out towards right field, but right into the glove of Joey Kanji, but it will allow Trissel to score. So a sac fly for Dalton Groves. Lets the Gorloks go up 2-0 with Nick Wroblewski stepping up to the plate.
Now batting, number 8, Nick Wroblewski.
First pitch, Wroblewski fouls it off just above the bathrooms on the first base side. Oh, 1 from Sarver. Just finds the zone. Now Wroblewski quickly down 0-2 in the count. Kicking the pitch. Outside. Mosier on first with some sneaky speed. The 1-2 will miss as well. Wroblewski battling his way back in the count. Here's the 2-2. Inside just fouls it off. Sarver checks on Mosier at first. The pitch. High and inside. So Wroblewski has worked himself from 0-2 to 3-2. Here comes the payoff. Outside, ball 4. So Wroblewski with a fantastic job of battling his way back into this one. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Reed Hippis.
Reed Hippis.
Hippis, the only Gorlok in the starting 9 from the last game to not record a hit. First pitch he sees is on the ground and into the outfield. They're going to send Mosher the throw home. Not in time. A bad bounce right at Perez. Lets Mosher get under the tag, and the Gorlocks are quickly up 3-0.
Number 0.
And it wasn't if, but when Hippus would get his first hit. He drove in the only run in game 1 for Webster for that 1-0 victory against Blackburn. And despite a lackluster game 2, he's right back on. He's been one of the best contact hitters for Webster this season.
Hutchings is going to flash bunt down the line. Is it going to stay fair? No, it will not. Just barely spins out of play. So an almost picture-perfect bunt from Hutchings. Now step back into the box. Harbach still playing in the 0-1. Inside just missing. One from Sarver. That one driven out towards left field. Ranging in and making the catch is Medrano for the second out. Now coming up for Webster, Ethan Wield. One of the many substitutions made at the end of game 1. Gets the start at first base in game 2. First pitch chopped on the ground, just past the glove of Sarver, but a good play to charge in by Lander will finally end things, but not before the Gorlocks put up 3 in the bottom of the first. We're heading to the second, 3-0. Leading things off for the Beavers here in the top of the second, Landon Harbach. Harbach in at third here in game 2. Takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. That one lined out towards right field. Or it got down. My apologies, sun's in my eyes. So the Beavers are going to get their first hit of the game. And that'll bring up Joey Kanji. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Oh, one way out. That one fouled straight back. Not much of a lead from Harbaugh at first. The 1-2 from Hunt. That one is smoked out towards right, but it's going to go just foul. Kanji got a hold of that thing. Another 1-2. Breaking ball just missing outside. That one low. So Kanji working his way back in the count. Making it full. Pitch from Hunt. Popped up in the infield. Tristle's going to be calling off the other infielders and making the catch. So one down now. And coming up, Johnny Duran. Duran did not play in game one. First pitch fouled back. Breaking ball beautifully placed by Hunt. Duran was frozen there. So quickly 0-2 to the freshman. Here's the pitch. Way out. One-two breaking ball freezes him again. Third backwards K of the day for Carter Hunt. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Dominic Medrano.
Left fielder, number 44, Dominic Medrano.
We saw a lot of batters go down swinging in the last game, but Carter, on a lot of these pitches, even the close ones that are called for balls, have just frozen these batters.
Just like that one, another beautiful breaking ball from Carter Hunt.
Just when you're ready to sit on it, too, he's pumping the gas.
Medrano, another batter for the Beavers that did not make an appearance in game one. That one fouled off.
It'll be interesting to see how far Carter goes. Got the start last Friday against MUW, 5 innings pitched, gave up 3 earned runs. But so far there's been nothing in the Webster bullpen.
The 1-2 breaking ball just misses outside. 2-2 breaking ball a little early on it. Tristle's going to flip over to Charleston at second. Talon Hutchings at second, and that will end it. So another 0 spot for Blackburn in the top of the second. Score still sits 3-0 Webster. So the 9-hole hitter, Ryan Hartz, will lead off things here in the bottom of the second. A 3-run first from Webster takes ball 1. One-0 lined just past the glove of Royce Kanji. And it's a leadoff hit for Ryan Hartz.
Now batting, number 11.
James Theodore will get his second chance of game 2. Had that double out towards center field in his first at bat. First pitch in the dirt, but another good block from Perez. Decent side lead from Hartz at first. 1-0 from Sarver. Hit out towards right field. The sliding catch. A great play there by Joey Kanji. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 40, shortstop, Braden Trissel.
It's a good thing that Kanji caught that, because if it dropped and got past him, that would have been a dangerous spot for the ball to keep rolling. First pitch to Braden Trissel misses outside. Harbach playing extra in against Trissel. Pickoff attempt trying to get Hartz, not in time. Beavers know very well that Trissel can lay a bunt down at any time. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. 1-1 inside. Gorlock's racking up the pitch count early on Sarver. This will be pitch number 35. And he's going to drop down the bunt, but it will head foul.
Just got to be expecting at this point if you're one of the corner infielders, especially Harbach. I mean, he's already had two come his way from Trissel.
Now a 2-strike count. Harbach will take a couple steps back. More likely than not, Trissel will swing. Pitch from Sarver. Checks his swing. Hartz is going down the throw. Not in time, but they will call it a strikeout on Trissel. That brings up Adam Mosier.
Now batting, number 9, Adam Mosier.
Very nice out from Sarver because Trissel has just been a thorn in the Beavers' side today. He went 3 for 4 in the first game with 4 RBIs.
First pitch will find its way in on Mosier. A 1 chop foul. Hard to staying very close to second on these leadoffs. Mosier down 0-2 in the count. Sarver looking to break the scoring streak of the Gorlocks. The pitch lined just foul into the bullpen. Sarver checks the runner. The 0-2. Breaking ball, missing low. One, two. Pop foul. Mosier doing a good job of staying alive here. Trying to keep things going for Webster. Another 1-2 from Sarver. High. Two smacked out towards left center. Very high up there, but eventually Carney will be the one to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the first 0 spot of the day for Webster, but they still lead things 3-0. Here to lead things off in the top of the third for the Beavers, Diego Perez. Caught both game 1 and game 2. That one's lined out towards the gap in right center. And it's just going to hit off the bottom of the maul. Mosier couldn't get there in time, and it's a leadoff double on the first pitch that Perez sees.
Second baseman, number 2, Brett Lander.
Kind of bringing up the 9-hole hitter, Brett Lander. Blackburn quickly with a runner in scoring position. We'll see some activity in the Webster bullpen. Lander's going to flash a bunt. Got to be able to pull it back just in time. The 1-0 from Hunt. Going to be pushed foul. The ball jumped off the bat of Lander there on the bunt. Lander again, flashing bunt. Pickoff attempt, the throw just not in time.
Already seeing some action in the Webster bullpen. You know, Carter, his shortest day this year has been 4 2/3 innings. He goes a long way in games, no matter how he's doing, which is usually good. But, you know, it's very telling about the bullpen. I can imagine what's going to happen this weekend against Eureka is we have 2 games on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. They're likely going to start Greifelt on one of those games and have another guy pitch game 2, whether that be Meaver, Carter, who knows. But after that, we'll probably likely see Hunt game 3.
Line drive just drops in front of Hippis. And a good job to hold the runner at second before throwing the runner out at first.
Shortstop, number 33, Royce Kanji.
That'll bring back up the leadoff man for the Beavers, Royce Kanji. First pitch from Hunt in there for a strike. The 0-1 breaking ball just missing. Another breaking ball misses outside. Now 2-1. Like you said earlier, Kellen, with Hunt pitching on Friday, it's been a little bit less rest than he's used to in between games, so I can understand why the decision to pull him early was made. And it's going to get in the left. They're not going to send Perez home, but Kanji will make his way to first. Now runners on the corners for Harley Carney.
Now batting, center fielder, number 19, Harley Carney.
First pitch, big swing and a foul tip. Oh, 1, another big hack from Carney. Quickly down 0-2. Carney frustrated with himself for missing that one. Pitch goes high. One, 2 from Hunt. That one sky high out towards shallow right. Mosier will be the one to make the catch. Perez thought about going. It was almost a standoff between Perez and Mosier there. As a couple pump fakes from Mosier was enough to keep Perez at third.
Now batting, number 36, Jordan Kelly.
Jordan Kelly will get his second appearance at the plate in Game 2. Hunt, first pitch, gonna head just foul. The 0-1, breaking ball, beautifully placed. So quickly 0-2 count, 2 outs. Jordan Kelly looking to try and spark something for the Beavers. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. So Kelly stays alive. Another 0-2 from Hunt. Another foul ball. Third time's the charm. Here's another 0-2. Breaking ball. Going to be in the dirt, blocked by Groves. And the threat of the arm of Groves enough. Keep the runner at first. That one will run in. So now 2-2 the count. Kelly doing a good job of battling back. That one in the dirt. Runner will finally take off, but no throw down from Wroblewski. So now 2 in scoring position, an open base at first. Hunt looking to shut things down. The pitch. Chop foul. Long at bat from Kelly. Trying to produce something here for the Beavers. Another 3-2. Breaking ball. Misses inside. That's going to load things up.
Now batting, third baseman, number 17.
That's going to bring up Landon Harbach. Coach Courage just going to head to the mound to talk to Hunt. This huge situation. Probably been the best chance that Blackburn has had all day, combined games 1 and 2, to do some damage against the Gorlocks.
They've yet to drive in a run with a hit today. Both runs coming off a fielder's choice and an error in the same play in game one. That was all they had. So we'll see what they can do here. This is the hitter you want up to the plate, though. Harbach has been excellent overall this season. A .410 batting average, .511 on base. The freshman has a good chance of winning Newcomer of the Year for SLIAC.
First pitch from Hunt, breaking ball falling into the zone. Pickoff attempt to second. Trissel slips on the tag attempt and getting just back in time. So a great opportunity there to end the inning on some trickery. How the 0-1. Missing out. Harbach lines this one into center field. Theodore takes about 3 steps back and makes the catch. So Hunt able to escape danger with the bases loaded and prevent Blackburn from scoring. Game still sits 3-0 Webster. Here to lead things off for the Gorlocks in the bottom of the third. It's Dalton Groves, a new pitcher on the mound for Blackburn, as Austin Wood makes an appearance out of the pen.
Yeah, Wood played at second base. Game one, batted out of the 9-hole. Now he tries to clean things up, keep it at least somewhat close for Blackburn. So far, no pitcher has had any luck against this Webster lineup.
Yeah, one thing to note about the Blackburn roster is there's a lot of players that can both pitch and hit.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of guys do both, not just in this series, but over time. As Groves smashes one out to left. It's going to hit off the Pepsi sign. And a big hit from Medrano. is going to allow the ball to go away from him, and Dalton Groves is going to stand on second to lead off the bottom of the third. And it looks like Medrano might be hurt.
It was close enough to be playable. He went full head of steam into the wall. Looks to be walking around on his own. He'll stay in this game.
Now batting, number 8.
Nick Wroblewski will be the next batter for Webster. Medrano still gingerly walking on his leg out there and left. First pitch, just missing inside.
Wood's been one of the best pitchers on this Blackburn team. A 1.89 ERA over 19 innings. Usually comes out of relief, but did start one game.
Wroblewski fouls off the 1-0. Wood looking to try and prevent any more runs to come across for the Gorloks. Wroblewski with a deep drive out towards right field, at the wall, and caught. Joey Kanji just able to reach up and grab it before it goes over that short fence and right. But it will allow Groves to advance to third. And now Reed Hippis has a runner 90 feet away.
You know, it doesn't look like it, but he did rob a home run. I mean, it had the distance, and despite making that catch look easy, it was a deep fly to that short fence.
Hippis is going to watch strike two go across. A quick couple of pitches from Wood. Now the 0-2. Way outside. The one missing outside. Hip is one of the best contact hitters here in the Gorloks lineup. Grounds it out towards short. Throw to first will be in time, but the run will come across. Score now sits 4-0 Gorloks.
Now batting, number 0, Talon Hutchings.
Talon Hutchings now comes up with a clean slate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to him, blooped out towards shallow right. Only a couple steps needed backwards from Lander, and that will end it. But not before another run coming across for the Gorloks. Score sits 4-0 Webster. Leading things off for the Beavers here in the top of the fourth. It's going to be Joey Kanji. And a new pitcher on the mound for Webster, Wes Carter. Kanji fouls that one off. Now a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Carter's been one of, if not the best relief pitchers in the SLIAC. A hefty lead in the ERA, over 1 point for that lead.
A long track in for Theodore, but he will make the play for the first out of the inning.
Carter's had 15, this making it now his 16th appearance of the season. Over 24 and 1/3. He's pitched to the tune of a 1.11 ERA, just a .82 whip. I mean, just all around, he's been electric.
Johnny Duran with another appearance here in this one. It's going to head just foul.
He's pitched so much that he's keeping up with some of the volume of the starting pitchers that are qualified in the SLIAC. He'd struggle to find any relief pitcher that has the amount of innings that Carter has this season.
I mean, 16 appearances will do it for you. It's a substantial amount of games for this time in the season. And the check on the check swing is going to be ruled a strike. Now the 0-2 to Duran. That one lined into center field. Theodore ranging over and making the play. So back-to-back plays to Theodore and back-to-back plays where Theodore lost his hat.
Now batting, number 44, left fielder, Dominic Madonna.
Dominic Madrano will now be the next batter for the Beavers. We're going to try and get something started. First pitch is going to hit him.
You know, if there's one category that Carter has faulted in this season, it's been the hit by pitches. That's his 7th on the year. A lot, especially early in the year, cleaned it up a lot in SLIAC play, but always got to keep your head on a swivel here in the batter's box against Wes.
First pitch to Diego Perez is going to be outside. One-0 pitch just misses. Carter checking the runner at first. Now fouls one off. Trying to keep Madrano as close to first as possible. 2-1 from Carter. Another one just missing off the plate. So now hitters count for Perez. 3-1, fouled off. So Madrano will run with the pitch. And a good pickoff attempt from Carter, just not in time. Full count pitch from Carter. Inside, ball 4. So another walk for Wes Carter.
Now batting, number 2.
Brings up the second baseman, Brett Lander. Lander trying to give Blackburn their first run of the game. Pitch is inside. Well, now outside back pick attempt. The throw down, not in time. A great back pick there from Wroblewski. Just a little bit late to get Perez at first. Two-0 pitch from Carter. Misses low. That one will find its way in for a strike. Hitters count for Lander. The 3-1. Missing for ball 4. So 3 consecutive walks for Wes Carter. That brings up the leadoff man, Royce Kanji. Pickoff attempt. Not in enough time to get Perez. First pitch inside, ball 1. Another great chance here for Blackburn to try and get their way back into the game. And Coach Carriage is going to call time and go out and talk with Wes Carter. Play will resume now. Kanji looking to try and do some damage here for the Beavers. Another pickoff attempt, but Perez is back in plenty of time. And they tried going for a hidden ball trick on Perez at second. Trying to get a little crafty. But picked up there by the Beavers first base coach. The 1-0. Skied out towards center field. Theodore ranges under and makes the catch. So Wes Carter gets himself out of a jam. Another 0 spot for the Beavers. Score still sits 4-0 Webster. Ethan Wielt will be the one to lead things off for the Gorlocks here in the bottom of the fourth. Austin Woods still on the mound for Blackburn. First pitch inside for a strike. Beavers leaving a sizable gap up the middle on Wielt. As the 0-1 will find its way in for strike two. 0-2 pitch just missing outside. Wood does not take a lot of time off the pitcher's clock before making his pitch, as that one is smoked out towards right center. It's being hung up. Trying to flip over the wall and not good. It is going to go over. Ethan Wielt, a solo shot to lead things off in the bottom of the fourth. It's now 5-0 Webster. It almost looked like Joey Kanji was able to make the play halfway over the fence.
It's his first homer as a Gorlock, too. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed for Wielt. That'll bring up Ryan Hartz. Quickly finds himself in a 2-0 count. That one low. So Hart's finding himself in a favorable count. 3-0 missing, ball four. I think Hartz might have thought that one clipped the zone. Took a second for him to start heading to first. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, James Theodore. Harbach playing in at third. And the gap up the middle has closed just a tad for Theodore, that we've seen multiple times today. Put it into center field. Pickoff attempt, throw back, no tag. Hartz with a good-sized leadoff at first. The 0-1 inside. One from Wood. It's going to be tipped off the end of the bat and into right field. So another base hit from Theodore. And he just continues his fantastic stretch of games.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 40, Braden Trissel.
Now Braden Trissel, the great opportunity. 2 on, nobody out.
See the infield knowing Trissel's tricks now. Pulling in for the bunt.
He's going to flash it, but the pitch is outside.
We talked about it in game one. He's such a dangerous hitter because he can lay down the bunt when you least expect it, and he can hit it well over the fence.
It's not very often you see someone with the amount of pop that Trissel has be able to lay such beautiful bunts down. The 1-0, another bunt flash, but another outside pitch.
And you know, it also just gets in the mind of Woods as well. I mean, think about it. This guy's showing bunts every time. I need to be ready to make a play, but obviously you have to watch out for the pitch first. And he's down the count 2-0 against Trissel. A lot of it's mental.
Another flash. This one he's gonna lay down, but gonna go foul pretty quick.
especially in this situation, Woods needs to be ready. Because over at third, Harbaugh can't cover and go for the ball at the same time.
Two one Trissel once again lays it down, but it's going to hit him off the bounce. So now 2-2 count. Here it comes. Misses outside. Close call. Wood is not happy about that call whatsoever. Now full count for Trissel. Short leadoffs. At first and second, the runners are going to go. The throw from Perez is not going to be in time, but Trissel will strike out. Nonetheless, two in scoring position now with Adam Mosier stepping to the plate.
Number 9, Adam Mosier.
First pitch skied high on the infield. Ranging over and making the play is Royce Kanji. That will be the second out.
Now batting, number
So a
13,
big play there.
designated hitter, Dalton Groves.
Take away a dangerous hitter from a dangerous situation, and now Dalton Groves being the man up for the Gorlocks. First pitch, way outside. One 0 will curl its way into the zone. One to Groves. Put on a charge out towards right, but it's going to head towards Country Bob's. Now the Beavers just one strike away from getting out of a precarious situation. Here's the pitch. Chopped on the ground out towards Harbaugh at third. Throw over to first is just in time to get Groves. And that will be the end of the inning, but not before a solo shot and the first of his Gorlock career for Ethan Wielt. Gorlocks head to the top of the fifth, up 5-0. Harley Carney will lead things off for the Beavers here in the top of the 5th. Wes Carter still on the mound for the Gorlocks as Carney flashes bunt, but pulls him back in time for ball 1. Hip is playing in on the infield. 1-0 will be in the zone for a strike. The 1-1 from Carter outside.
Carter came in for relief in each of the games against MUW. All 3 pitched a combined 4 innings between those games. And also had 2 more appearances in the Westminster series right before that.
2-2 pitch to Carney. Kind of hit off the end of the bat, ranging back and making the catch is Trissel. So not a full swing there from Carney.
First baseman.
That'll lead to the first out of the inning, and Jordan Kelly will be the next man up for Blackburn. Carter's first pitch outside, but finds a zone. A 1 fouled off towards the kid zone and left. Now quickly an 0-2 count for Kelly. Here's the pitch. And there's strike 3. Kelly is frozen by Carter on the pitch there. Quickly 2 outs
Now batting.
for the third baseman, Landon Harbach.
Harbaugh.
That one skied out towards right field. Mosier ranging over, but it will head foul. The 0-1. Another line drive this time towards the Beaver bullpen. Quickly 0-2 down in the count is Harbach. Carter looking to cap off a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch. Lined out towards right field. Mosier ranging over. Jumping, but he can't make the play. So Harbach is going to be in, standing up with a double, as Mosier is just barely unable to make the play.
Now batting. The right fielder. Joey Kanji.
Joey Kanji gets another chance to the plate. Now with a runner in scoring position. First pitch fouled off towards the bullpen. A 1 fouled off. The 0-2 from Carter just misses outside. Still no action in the Gorlock bullpen. 1-2 inside almost gets him. Kanji working his way back. Now 2-2 count. On the ground out towards first. Wielt makes a nice snag. Toss over to Carter just in time to beat Kanji. A great cover there and a great snag from Ethan Wielt. We'll end this one, and Blackburn once again has an opportunity but unable to convert. Score still sits 5-0 Gorlocks. Nick Wroblewski will be the leadoff man for the Gorlocks here in the bottom of the fifth. As he's going to sky one deep out towards center. But it's going to be an easy play for Carney for the first out. Austin Wood still on the mound for the Beavers.
Now batting, number 19, Reed Hippus.
There's an arm warming up in the Beaver bullpen, though. Reed Hippus, the next batter up for the Gorlocks. First pitch missing outside. One-zero. Hippus chops a foul. That one will hit Hippus. He will head over to first.
Now batting, number 0, Talon Hutchings.
Coach for Blackburn trying to argue here about something. Talon Hutchings up next for the Locks. First pitch outside. Hippus short lead at first. Pitch finds its way in for a strike. Another one curling its way in. 68-mile-an-hour pitch there from Wood. Out 1-2 count. 1-2 in the dirt. Hutchings looking to stay alive here in the count. The 2-2. Lined out towards the left, but it's going to head towards the Gorlock bullpen. So another 2-2 pitch. Hutchings swings and misses. It looks like it might have hit. All right, look. Looks like he got a piece of it. Just barely. So the Gorlock second baseman stays alive. That one just a bit outside. A good eye there from Hutchings. Works his way to a full count. Wood checks on Hippis. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Hippis taken off on the pitch. See if maybe he tries to do it again here. He will take off again. This one blooped, but it's going to head foul. So long at bat for Hutchings, making Austin Wood really work for it. Pickoff attempt, not in time to get Hippis. Another 3-2 line drive, and it's going to stay fair. Hippis going to get this third, and a good job and aware base running from Talon Hutchings to find his way at second. That one looked like the Groves double from earlier today, where it just barely stayed on the fair side of the line.
It took a much better bounce than that double as well off the Gorlock's bullpen. The last one went under the bench.
This one popped right out for Medrano to make a play. And I'll bring up Ethan Wielt. Got his first Gorlock home run in his last at bat. Back up once more with a great situation. 1-0 outside. Now at the free base at first. They could go ahead and just get Wielt on first. Bring up Ryan Hartz. A 2-0 Wielt did go around. Now a 2-1. Line down the ground out towards short. Kanji thinks about the throw to first, or throw home, but it's not going to be on line. Thought about getting the runner at home, then had a pump fake before throwing it to first. Then the throw went awry. Allowed the runner to advance from second to third. Wielt safe at first. Now Ryan Hartz with runners on the corners, only one out.
Yeah, that second of hesitation from Kanji made all the difference. He's forced to rush the throw to one.
First pitch, Hartz pops it up. Shallow outfield, but Lander is there to make the grab. So now 2 down, and James Theodore will once again step up to the plate. As we're going to get a call to the bullpen here for the Blackburn Beavers. That will end Austin Wood's day. Another run coming across for the Gorlocks so far in this inning. We'll be back right after the pitching change. New pitcher on the mound for the Beavers, Caden Carpenter, comes in a tricky situation. And the first pitch he throws is going to hit Theodore. So make it an even stickier situation now. Bases juiced for Braden Trissel.
Now batting, number 40, Braden Trissel.
It's the second time he's been hit by a pitch today.
First pitch to Trissel is fouled off.
And with how he's been hitting today, honestly, that's not the worst outcome for Blackburn. Far from it.
The 0-1 lined up the middle, right at Carney, and he will make the catch. The Gorlocks do get one more across here in the bottom of the fifth. They keep the lead, now sitting 6-0. Here now to lead things off in the top of the sixth for the Beavers, Johnny Duran. First pitch he sees is going to be lined up Broadway and falling in for a single. So leadoff man on for the Beavers, bringing up Dominic Medrano.
Dominic Madrano.
Carter checking on Duran. First pitch lined out towards left, and it's going to fall in front of Hartz. The throw to second, just barely not in time. Hartz almost got Duran out at second.
Now batting.
And Talon Hutchings thought he got him out. It looks like maybe he said something to the ump there. But 2 pitches, 2 hits for the Beavers, and Diego Perez gets another trip to the plate. First pitch from Carter. In there for a strike. The 0-1. Sharply hit out towards third, but it's going to hit just foul. That one blooped, just barely going foul. Would have been a fantastic opportunity there for the Beavers. Instead, both runners head back. Perez facing an 0-2 count. Skied high in foul territory. Is it going to stay in play? It will, but just barely out of the reach of Ethan Wielt.
Yeah, the wind not doing Wielt any favors there. Blown out towards right. It's been going out towards right and center all day. Likely no wind. That ball would stay just in for Wielt to get it.
So Perez stays alive, facing another 0-2 count. He's going to put a charge into that one, out towards deep left. Hartz, though, will be under it. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 2, Brett Lander.
So the 9-hitter, Brett Lander, back up now. First and second, 1 out. I've said this a lot, but it's been a great opportunity for the Beavers. Still have not been able to translate it into any runs. First pitch missing low. That one is going to hit Carter on the line. Throw to first in time. But Medrano holds up for a second. But we'll get to second safely. Carter waves off the trainer. And he is okay.
Now batting, number 33, the shortstop.
Thankfully, it wasn't a extremely hard hit ball. Only 84 off the bat. Nonetheless, there will be an arm warming up in the Gorlock bullpen as Royce Kanji gets another chance. And that one's going to be lined out towards right center. Mosier ranging back and making the play. So once again, The Beavers not able to translate their opportunities into any runs. Webster still leads 6-0. Adam Mosier will be the one to lead things off for the Gorlocks here in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch is going to be lined into the gap and through into left field. As we've seen many, many times before, that third base and shortstop gap in the infield, letting a lot of balls go through.
Now batting, number 13, Dalton.
No blame on the infield. They've been very, very tricky plays. And the problem is you can't really move any closer because there's also been a bunch of base hits up the middle, too.
First pitch, Dalton Groves in for a strike. Oh, 1 missing outside. Carpenter coming into his first full inning of work. One to Groves outside. Another ground ball out toward short. Kanji, great play. Throw to second in time, throw to first not in time. A classic sliding play there by Royce Kanji.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8.
Now Nick Wroblewski will get another chance to bat. First pitch in for a strike. Oh, 1 missing outside. Carpenter has not checked over to first to try and see if Mosier is going to go. Two 1 to Wroblewski. This is low.
Nick's the only one in this game who has not gotten a hit. Every player except for Theodore has at least one hit except for him. Theodore's got 2.
Now 3-1. Wroblewski into center field. Carney is going to misjudge it a little bit, but he will end up making the grab. That'll be the second end of the inning. And it brings up the third baseman, Reed Hitbus.
The third baseman, number 19, Reed Hippus.
First pitch, Hippus takes a big hack. Foul tip into the glove for strike 1. Next pitch missing outside. One missing the zone once more. Golocks have had done a great job of knowing where the strike zone is, taking a lot of close pitches. 2-1 Hippus smokes it out towards center. Harney ranging back at the wall, and he just barely has enough room to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Gorlocks, only their second inning out of 13 today where they have not scored a run. Game still sits 6-0 Webster. So the day is done for Wes Carter. Now the new pitcher, Ryan Greifelt. Greifelt we normally see as a starter for the Gorlocks. Bringing him out of the pen today. Quickly has Carney in a 1-1 count. That one outside. Two one, skied out towards left field. Hartz is going to call off the other fielders and make the catch. All three of them, yeah, all 3 of them losing their hats.
Now batting, number 36, first baseman, Jordan Kelly.
Now, is that just a show of how hard the Gorlocks are running to get to the ball, or is that just showing that the hats are a little bit loose?
territorial thing. Drop your hat, it's yours. But all three of them dropped it.
Jordan Kelly, the next man up for the Beavers. One 0 pitch in there for a strike.
Do we need new hats? Is that what we need?
I don't know.
We need better fitting hats.
1-1 pitch. Fouled off of Kelly.
I'll tell you, sometimes walking up those steps to get up here to the press box, my hat almost flies off just, walking. The wind some days here in Sauget is just ridiculous. And today is certainly one of those days.
Weak swing and a miss there from Kelly. And that'll be quickly the second out of the inning. You've heard of lake effect, right? Where the winds kind of pick up and cool down the air. Maybe it's the river effect since we're so close to the Mississippi.
That's true.
Very well could be the factor.
Well, you can feel that when you're by the arch. That same thing you feel by the lake. It's the same effect, but it doesn't help that it's just extremely flat, not only across St. Louis, but especially here.
Yeah.
You can see the ballpark from miles away when you're driving up, especially when you're coming from St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Not a lot of hills, but a lot of horizon here in Sauget, and Harbaugh quickly down 0-2 in the count. Greifeld looking to make quick work here in the top of the seventh. The 0-2. Foul tipped. Another 0-2. Skied into foul territory and just out of play. So Harbaugh stays alive. Another 0-2 from Greifeld. Swing and a miss. That was a nasty pitch to get Harbaugh chasing. And that will do it for the top of the seventh. Another 0 spot for the Beavers. Game still sits 6-0 Webster. Talon Hutchings will be the leadoff man for the Gorlocks here in the bottom of the 7th. Beavers have a new pitcher on the mound, Santos Mercado. First pitch from Hutchings, grounded over towards Royce Kanji. The throw, a little bit off line, but a good stretch and play there from Jordan Kelly for the first out. Quickly, Ethan Wielt back up once more.
Now batting.
Earlier in the game, had his first career Gorlock home run. First pitch he sees is just a bit high. One 0 missing low. Two 0 pitch lined into right field for a base knock. 105 off the bat of Wielt. No chance of getting to that one before it made its way through. Now Ryan Hartz has a runner on, only one out.
Number 27, Ryan Hart.
Second ball we've seen today go 105 off a Webster bat.
I think that's probably the hardest hit we've seen all season. 105. And another hard hit ball, and another that finds its way into right field. So back-to-back singles into right. And that is going to bring up James Theodore.
Now batting. Number 11, James Theodore.
Something you got to look for. Harbach is not playing super in on Theodore. And another ground ball hardly hit into right. All the runners are going to hold. No, they're going to send Wielt. The throw in is going to get away from Perez. Both runners advance another 90 feet. And worst case scenario just happened for Blackburn.
Yeah, it was a solid send by BK at third. Kanji out in right bobbled it. And that was able to get the next man around. Gorlock scored their 7th.
And now two in scoring position for Trissel. Like to see him potentially could be a squeeze play. First pitch high. The 1-0. In there for a strike. Good location for Mercado. The 1-1. Big hack from Trissel. Missing. Now 1-2. Trissel takes one high. Mercado looking to get a dangerous batter out here. It's 2-2 is going to miss outside. Now a full count for the Gorlock shortstop. Pitch from Mercado. Skied out towards right field, ranging in and making the play. And we got a little bit of a jam here as the ball is going to get away. They're going to try and send the runner home to throw, and the tag, not in time. Harts makes it. I don't know how the Gorlocks just got out of that situation, but it worked. Theodore thought that the runner was coming home. He made it almost all the way to third and then had to scramble back. The throw hits off of the glove of Kanji, recovered by Lander, and then Lander's throw is just barely offline, and the tag not in time for Mercado. So now 2 outs, runner on second for Adam Mosier. And Mosier lines this one into the gap. It's deep. It's back. Adios. This one is over. 105 off the bat of Adam Mosier. And that will be all she wrote. The Gorlocks walk off and another Mercy Rule win here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Thank you all for tuning in to the Gorlock Sports Network. My name's Matt Rumping.
My name's Kellen Furmanek.
And we will see you this weekend.